Oh,
So
wow.
when I came back from Big Cat and started my internship, well, rather our apprenticeship for
Yeah.
Jivamukti,
Mm-hmm.
I was talking with a friend who's a Hare Krishna who knew Doc and was trying to wonder if I wanted to work there.
Yeah, right.
So, like, offered me and talked to me about it. It was like, Jenna, you need to know certain things about this guy and how he is with
Wow.
women and, like, what's going on. And I was like, I don't think this is for
No,
me.
this
Like,
is
this
definitely
is
not for
not
you.
sounding like somewhere I want to go. But can you
No.
imagine if I wound up there?
Yeah, my
So
goodness.
through this film, I was like, wow, I can't believe what a connection I have with this whole thing. But this is so crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, and it is like, do you feel like, now, I have a small audience, but I'm so happy that I could provide you with a bit of a platform. But do you feel, has Carol or anybody within Big Cat Rescue, has anybody had the opportunity to kind of get things straight and like kind of respond to the bad way of being filmed or being portrayed in this documentary?
I feel like Carol and Big Cat have tried to sort of pull back from media a bit and addressing in that way because they just feel like their words were so manipulated.
Yeah, absolutely.
Originally. I know for me personally and all of my other fellow interns, we've all tried to find a way to say something about it because, then some people say these hard, like my poor friend got viciously attacked on silly social media about like even having worked there, like, and what's the story and how could you work with a murderer and like all this like crazy madness and and it's like, well, you don't understand the full story, so don't come at someone like that. And and just regardless, like even as a removed party, we get kind of attacked. It's crazy. Trying to do the right thing for animals is a hard thing, but it's the most like worth it thing anyone can do. Really.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I think even even when I started with Sea Shepherd, like a lot, and especially Japanese people also think they're just a bunch of pirates, like doing the wrong thing, right? Yes. Like you guys are just, you're criminals, you're bashing other ships apart. It's like not really the point, but you also kind of understand, and it is what you're saying as well. The way documentaries sometimes, most of the times are made is very there is lots of manipulating in it as well because you want. As a maker also, I love documentaries where there is not really an opinion. You can kind of make up your own mind, which in this documentary is not really the case, right? Because, or do you feel, right? It is very, do you feel it's a little bit like...
It's hard not to have certain opinions after watching it.
Yeah.
And there's a few, I feel like a few different opinions arrive, but it's very hard unless you have other background information or you're very firm in your opinion before watching it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you knew nothing about this, and I can say this from a few family members who watched it, you would have some very interesting opinions, which aren't necessarily truth. They're just opinion.
Yeah. An opinion is also not a fact, of course. It's just an opinion. Let's be really, and that's an opinion. I always say sometimes I do like panels, and I talk about animal rights, and then people go, I have a question. It's like, is it a question or is it an opinion? I only take questions. Like, I only deal with questions because everybody always wants to give their opinion. Let's not go there. But that was my next question, actually. Did any of your friends or family members come back to you and go, whoa, Jenna, where did you work?
Yeah, pretty much everyone I know, including like my best friend, my brother was very, it's like, well, first of all, if they don't remember which part you worked for, they just hear Big Cat and they're like, wait a minute, she worked with Big Cats. Did you work with these other guys?
Yeah.
And then most people kind of feel like it was lumped together. And that was the hardest thing for me to swallow, that the three of these people, the three main people operated the same kind of facility. So obviously I worked at a place that was doing bad things for cats. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Absolutely
like,
not.
That's absolutely not the truth. And so, that's interesting. But by the same token, I'm kind of glad that they at least now somewhat understand what's happening out there. Yeah. Even if they have the wrong point of view about certain things. My whole thing is at least this exposed an issue to the public that I think they weren't aware of.
Yeah, exactly. No, definitely. That's really... sometimes also, like, at least, they used to say, all publicity is publicity, right? Like, at least, she might have come out a little bad, or they portrayed her in a bad way. But I mean, it's still someone, like, a lot of people now know about Big Cat Rescue, and I'm glad though that you had an opportunity to set the record straight, because I felt the same, of course, and knowing you and knowing your stories and following Big Cat Rescue myself, I think. But I also understand, like, for you and me, like, we are animal rights activists. We know, even I even see it when I talk to the other people, the non-animal rights activist people, and you say sanctuary, they already don't, they look at you like, what? Because people don't know what a sanctuary is. And I get that, because, they just know zoos, they know factory farms, but when you say sanctuary, it's kind of like, oh, is that a sauna for animals? It's like, well, kind of, do they get massages there? Like, what a nice way to be. But, it's like that. It's very much, you do know that people are oblivious to a lot of things that we aren't oblivious to. So there's definitely, we have to have some compassion there, I think, for understanding that, not everybody, but looking at this documentary and looking at, the fact what actually happened from it, I think it's very important that you expressed how it was for you, and how that there is a completely different side that wasn't filmed or wasn't really seen by all the many viewers that have seen the documentary as it is now shown. So that's really important. I mean, yeah, I think you had a magical time there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's definitely, for me, there's always sort of there's still some sadness in the sense of anyone who has that much, like, love and compassion for animals to watch them live out in these jail cells. Yeah. Like I said, it was a difficult but very magical time for me. And for me, it just felt like how, like, for me, these cats feel personal. Like, not in the sense of, like, a pet, but, like, they're my friends. These are, like, my buddies,
Yeah, of course. For 6 months.
And I knew a lot of them for a very long time and spent many, many hours around them, and doing selfless things for them. So it becomes this relationship, So for me, it was important to say, regardless of Carol, regardless of this film, regardless of any one person, these cats are important. And I care about their future. And so for a documentary to be the reason why they may not be able to get the funding that they need to keep this going is heartbreaking.
Yeah,
so
that is really heartbreaking. Yeah, totally.
It's really important to say, regardless of an opinion on a person, think about an entire issue as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And think about these cats individually. Each one of them has a name, a personality, a life, just like each one of us. Like, that's how it is.
And absolutely, and let's just really stress how much they are cared for, and that it is not, it's not an abusive place for them. It's a really good place for them, and it is for them and where they've been and how they've come into this world the only place to be. Because I understand what you're saying about, they're still kind of caged up and they're still not in the wild, but the wild isn't even an option for them anymore. So it's great that there's places like the Big Cat Rescue that provide a space for these beautiful beings for where they are at in their lives, And I think that, and that's for so many sanctuaries a thing, where there are just animals who, they should go to the wild, but there is a place in between for them, because they can't just go back. And people don't understand, like, you cannot be captivated and then go back to the wild like that. Like, we couldn't either.
People love that experience, or they're like this. Yes, we could just release them all. No,
it's also. we wouldn't be able to do that either. Like, if you put me in the wild tomorrow, and go, okay, hunt for your own food. Good luck. I'll also be like, I just want to watch my Netflix, and I want to have my chocolate, and I want to be on my bed, and I want to,
like, even house cats. That's what I was thinking too. Like, if I took my cats even outside, they're like, "Whoa, what is this? I don't want it out here. Where are my treats?
Where's going on? Yeah,
where's my bed?
That's it. Like, where's my 4:00 massage today? Yeah. That's it. No, but is there anything, Jenna? Is there anything we missed? Is there anything that you still would like to add? Is there anything I haven't asked you that you still would like to get across?
No, I think maybe just clarifying that sanctuaries are non-touch facilities
Yeah.
where the animal is cared for in a safe environment for people and the animal, where they try to keep it as wild as possible, including the surroundings that they have, what they're fed, and that their food is of a certain quality, and that their quality of life is kept to the highest level, including enrichment and other ways to keep them stimulated.
Yeah.
So it's just important, just
Absolutely.
making sure people sort of understand that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time to clarify some things and, putting some things, straight, because I think that, when you said that, I was like, yeah, please, and yeah, I'm glad that I could be, part of this. And I think that everybody who's listening, like, please check out Big Cat Rescue and just go check their Facebook and their stories first before you see this bloody documentary, or even when you've seen the documentary, like, go and see the other side, and definitely give Carol and her her sanctuary, her Big Cat Rescue support when you can, like, and also if you can't give money, spread awareness, that they are doing the right thing, I think that that's an important thing. So yeah, I think it's a really good thing. So thanks, Jenna. We'll keep chatting. And thank you for your time. And to all the listeners, check it out. I'll put all the information in the notes so you can check out Jenna and her, beautiful yoga classes, whatever she's doing in her life, but definitely also a link to Big Cat Rescue. And be good to yourself, be good to others, especially the animals, especially the big cats. Bye.